Hey, what's up, guys? Zombie Gamer, and I hope you guessed the right thing. What my next video was. So, what we're gonna be doing is playing retro games, and I'm here with my uncle, and this is his gaming collection, and he collects a lot of stuff like Nintendo, action figures, Mario. As you can see, there's like a lot of stuff here. So I hope you enjoyed this retro game video, and let's get started.
What's up, guys? I just want to show you a quick little clip of some of the systems that I do have. Xbox, original Xbox, of course your GameCube, Sega Saturn, PlayStation 2, Dreamcast, a couple PS2 games here. These are all my games. Are all how they're all connected. They're all connected through one box here, which that one box controls all the systems, and that one box is ran to one TV. Nintendo 64. Of course, there's the Wii down here. A couple extra systems. My handhelds. Some of the handhelds. This is where I resurfaced some of the scratch games, CD-based games. A couple Xbox, original Xbox games, PS2, PS3, a couple PS1s, not too many. There's the Nintendo. Not much right now, but still trying to find them out there, but it's getting harder now. Everybody's wanting to collect this stuff. Nintendo 64 games, some of the original boxes, Super Scope. Of course, I have the original NES, Sega Master System, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. But like I said, the collection's not that big, but it's enough to keep you entertained for a couple hours if you want to play some retro games.
Alright, guys, we are gonna start with a classic. We're gonna play, like, my uncle's gonna play Super Mario Bros. So how long has it been since you played Mario?
Well, I usually play about every chance I get to come back in here and play, I'll play it. But I remember playing this game when I was younger than you. I was maybe first year that I can remember playing it. I was probably about 5 or 6 years old, playing the game with my brothers.
You still got the moves.
Yeah, it's like riding a bike. Once you played it for so long and so many times, it's like riding a bike. Once you start playing it again, it's not hard to remember all the secrets and where everything's at.
So were you good at the game when you first got it, or?
No, I was, well, like when I was younger, this type of game for my generation this was like the top of the line graphics at the time. So this was, the graphics wise, this was like badass. This was like the top of the line at the time. This is like right now playing PS4 for us, you know, for my when I was little playing this. But so now it's like, you know, seeing it now, of course, it's like this is nothing, but it's
So is Mario your best, your favorite Nintendo game?
no, I mean, there's a lot of really good Nintendo games, but this is just one of the classics, like, that everybody remembers. because it came with the system, so it was it came with the system, so you know, this was the first game that most of this usually the first game you got, you know, unless you bought a game with it when you bought the system, but so this is the first game I remember playing on the Nintendo. Was this game, Mario Brothers, and then we were younger. We had places to rent the Nintendo games. So we'd go in there and remember seeing all the boxes on the shelf and seeing all of them. And we would usually rent them on Friday nights. We would ask my parents if we could go rent a game, and they would of course say yes. It wouldn't wait till Friday though, you know, of course, for the weekend. And yeah, but I remember couldn't wait till Friday for the weekend to rent a game and stay up all night trying to beat it. There's no saves on these games. There's no memory card, no memory. So once you died, and it was game over. That's it.
You had to start over.
Start all over. So that's why we would stay up so late, taking turns, trying to beat the game, or just try to get as far as we can on the game. And these remotes are pretty old, so sometimes they stick. So even though you push the button for it to jump, sometimes it doesn't. So that gets frustrating. So you push the button to jump and it still didn't do it, and then you get hit or you die or something. It gets you frustrated. So that quick, we're at the last stage already.
This last stage?
Yeah, we're about to come up to the last stage. So
okay.
This is hopefully I can beat it with one life, but we got 2 more stages. Sorry.
Oh.
2 more stages, but it's just sometimes I can go all the way and beat it with 1 life, and then sometimes I can't, man. And then once I get that bad rhythm of not beating it on the first try, on the first life, that's it. I usually don't like that.
Oh god.
There's one part up here that gets me frustrated, which is this part right here. No matter how many times, sometimes I can do it in one shot and 1 try, and that's it. I'm gonna die, and then I gotta play this stage over, and then it gets frustrating. And usually, that's it. I just start over or turn it off or play a different game. But yeah, this is the frustrating part.
Wait, so do you only have like 3 lives, or you only have 1?
I think I don't know how many I have now, but
oh,
right there, that's the first. I hit the button to jump, and it doesn't jump. But like I said, it could be these remotes. These remotes sometimes they stick, or it could have just been me. I didn't hit it on the right at the right time. So try one more time, and if it don't get it, we'll try a different game. But
okay.
It's not. And you always get that. As long as you always keep getting that free life right here, you'll never run out of lives. Because as long as you get that life right there, you'll you can keep trying and trying. Oh, like that, like that. See what I mean? Now I'm dying. Now I'm dying before we even get to that spot. So it's like. We'll try one more time.
One more time, 1 life. So have you ever beat this game?
Oh yeah, I've beaten it plenty of times, but like I said, sometimes it's you beat it easier and it's not as hard. I don't know. It just has its moments where sometimes it's very easy to beat and I want to try. See like that. Alright, we're gonna try a different game.
Alright, different game. Alright, we're gonna play Super Mario Bros. 3 and we're gonna show you some Easter eggs. Goomba.
This one for me was like one of the this was one of my top NES games. Like this is when this game came out, it like blew everybody's mind. The part 1 was really good. Part 2, it was okay. I liked it, but when part 3 came out, it just like
And the graphics look pretty cool.
yeah, they're a lot better. A lot better graphics on this one. This game also came out in a movie called The Wizard.
The Wizard? Oh yeah.
The Wizard. Okay, this game hadn't even been out yet. It wasn't even out yet when whenever that movie came out. So that's where they announced this game was in that movie, and so of course like people were like freaking out, you know, seeing like a brand new game in that movie, you know, like that. But what was, you know, more interesting is that they showed in that movie the kid playing the game showed where one of the Easter eggs were, you know, in the game. So a lot of people like right away, you know, they of course, you know, started doing the same thing and finding that Easter egg, and then found out there was more than one. They're called flutes. And what that flute does is let you go through a warp and, you know, go to skip a hole like 5. It's kind of like what I did on that part 1, going through the top and going into the sewer, picking different stages. Well, this does the same thing. So this is the third stage. In this area right here, what you do is you hold your down on the joypad and go down, go behind it.
Oh.
And then that's it. You go all the way towards the end. It gives you this flute. And so the flute will send you, let you pass up, I want to say, of like 4 stages. So that's the first one. And the next one is in this castle over here. After this I never could get, man. I always just, I rarely would even try. See, it's hard as shit, man. It's hard, man. So I just, sorry, I don't know if I can say shit on that.
Nah.
Oh well, there's a flute in here too. So this is where. This is where in the movie he found the flute. Even though this was a brand new game, he had never played the game before because it was a brand new game, but he knew where the flute was at.
Huh.
It's up here, fly, go up. There it is.
So when you first saw the movie and saw the Easter eggs, when did you got Mario? Like when the movie came?
No, we well, I don't know. I don't remember when I saw the movie, but I know it was in there. Like I don't remember if we already had the movie. I mean, we already had the game.
But when you got the game, you remember that movie, and that's how you did the Easter egg and stuff.
Yeah, that was like one of the main ways to learn. But another way to learn, if you didn't see the movie, was there's a magazine called Nintendo Power, which I have some over there on that shelf. Those magazines, they're Nintendo Power. They're called Nintendo Power, and they had a lot of tips about where to find stuff like that, Easter eggs, and how to beat the game or how to beat the stage. Well, I'm going to show you how the flute works now. So say you want to skip all this. Okay, so you bring up your menu, use the flute. Takes you. So now you can skip first, that first stage, second stage, third stage, fourth stage. So you go into the fourth stage.
So
there's one more flute that I could have got in the next level.
Yeah.
So you would have three flutes total. So you could have done the same thing. You can do it again. Do the flute. You can skip all this and all the way down to 7. So with those 3 flutes, you can go all the way to the last stage.
Last stage, right?
If you wanted to. Okay, so we got to get the 3rd flute, which is in the it's in the second world. And you can get the 3rd flute, and then you can use it, and you can go all the way to the last stage. But these stages are hard, but they're fun, but
they're hard.
Yeah, they're like.
So is the last stage the hardest one, or?
Yeah, the last stage is actually pretty hard. I mean, it can get. But like now y'all have Mario Odyssey, and this is where a lot of some of that gameplay from Mario Odyssey came from. They went back with the original kind of feel of it, which is pretty cool.
So, you still collect Nintendo games, right?
Yeah, I mean, I still go try to find them, but they're just so.
Like the people buy them?
Well, no, it's not that people are buying them. That it's more. If you do find them, a lot of people are trying to sell them for what, not. I mean, I don't mind paying what they're worth. But some people will try to overprice them. Alright, we're gonna start differently.
Alright, so we are starting another game. We're gonna play Mike Tyson Punch Out.
Now this game I remember renting. I remember renting at the video game store when I was young. And I remember seeing it there, seeing that Mike Tyson on the cover, and I was like, man, we gotta get this game. And I remember playing it all weekend playing this game, trying to get as far as we can. And even now, Mike Tyson is super hard to beat.
So you never beat him, or never?
I don't remember. Honestly, I don't remember if I beat him. But I mean, we've gotten to him. But Mike Tyson with one punch can knock you out. So it's with one punch he knocks you out. So he's very, very difficult to beat without learning his moves. But once you learn their moves and how he's gonna punch you and which direction and all that stuff, they're pretty easy to beat. But it takes a while to learn that stuff. Oh, how did last Joe hit me?
It's kind of funny that they put Mario as the referee.
So you knock him down 3 times and then that's it's a knockout.
KO.
TKO.
TKO.
Like I said, this was really, really fun game. It just has the sounds and the everything about the game. It's a really for only having 8 bits, you know, graphic wise, this game, like they used up as much as they could, you know. For what they had, it's a really good game.
So when you first started, were you kind of like getting knocked down, or?
Oh yeah, we were getting our asses beat on this game at first because, like I said, you just got to learn their moves and the way they hit, and they always do something. They do something to tell you that they're gonna hit. Like this guy, look at his, like, I think it's his mustache or something. No, I'm not knocking. But like every fighter does something, like, and you'll notice it. Like he'll raise his eyebrows and then he punches you. So you just got to learn those, like what they're gonna do, or like how they punch, or and you'll get to know, okay, he does that and then he punches. You know, so. And once you get the hang of that, then it's easy to beat them. Because all you got to do is watch out for it and move as soon as they do that. Because just like this guy, I mean, I don't know. I think he does his eyebrows. Look at his eyebrows. See? So that's how you know he's going to do a punch.
You think people still play Nintendo?
Oh yeah, a lot of people play Nintendo. They came out with that. That's why they came out with that Nintendo Classic. And it came preloaded with some Nintendo games in it. But that's what I'm saying though. Like that stuff coming out, raises up the prices, and then people that are selling it. Like when I go to a flea market to go look for games. Like I said, I don't mind paying if the game is worth, $20. I don't mind paying $20 for the game, but you have some people that, or some vendors or sellers that the game's worth 20 and they're asking 50 for it, and it's like just because they think it's retro or it's an old game, and if they think it's worth money. And then, like I said, there's some games that are worth quite a bit of money, but it's just making it harder to find them, because like if you go and you see a $5 game or that's worth $5 and you want it for your collection, and you ask them and they're like, oh, I want $10, I want $20 for it, and it's not worth that. So a lot of times I have to say, I have to pass it up. I'll be like, oh, it's okay, maybe find it somewhere else. But so I've passed a lot of games up, not because I didn't want to pay for them. It's because what they're asking for them was way more than what they're actually worth. Like I said, I don't mind paying money for them, if they're worth it. But I'm not gonna pay, $30, $40 for a game just because it has a Mario on it, or just because they think it's, it's Mario, it's worth more. So it's getting harder to find them out there. So that's why now a lot of people go to conventions and gaming conventions to try to find their games, because people that collect games understand if they collect them and they sell them, they understand that you got to price them at what they're worth, not what you want for them. Unless someone wants to pay for it, then I guess somebody will pay for it. But that's why it's good to go to. I like going to. I'd rather go to conventions because they're collectors themselves, most of them, and they understand. Like, hey, I'm going to sell it to you for what it's worth, not what I want for it. Next fight is I think I already did this. How much more do you want to go? How much more do you want to go? Alright guys, what we're going to do now is we're going to enter a pass key for just to go straight to Mike Tyson. So instead of fighting all the other fighters, you just go straight to Mike Tyson just to show you how hard he really is. So if you're ever playing this game and you wanna go straight to Mike Tyson to fight him to see if you can beat him, I want to enter the code now so you can see what it is. It's 00 007 373 5963. Sorry guys, I want to 373.
Seven. 3.
5 9 6 3.
All right, there we go. So now we're gonna fight Mike Tyson.
Show you, he's really, really hard. His record is 31-0, 27 knockouts. So, let's see. You're gonna see it's pretty hard. You know, if you learn his moves and learn how he punches, then you can beat him. It's not too bad to beat him, but it's just
God.
He's fast.
Oh God.
Yeah, he's fast. In one hit, he's.
Well, you got this.
Oh,
Oh God. Come on, you got it. One more knock. It's. Oh, okay.
That's it.
Yeah,
knockouts on it's it. It's hard. Like I said, one hit from him knocks you out. But once you get the hang of the moves and how he punches, you can beat him. It's just like I said, I play the game, but then start playing other systems and wears off on what how he punches and how quick he punches but yeah, fun game.
Alright guys, so we are gonna do one more game, and it's Ninja Gaiden. That's it, right?
Yeah, you got it. Well, some people say Ninja Gaiden, and some people say Ninja Gaiden. So I always remembered it Ninja Gaiden. And in that movie, The Wizard, one of the games they play is this game. And the guy that they talk to sign up for the competition, he says the game that they're gonna play, which is this one, and he says it Ninja Gaiden. So a lot of people are like, no, it's Ninja Gaiden, it's Ninja Gaiden, but in that movie, he even says it Ninja Gaiden. So that's why I've always said it, but like I said, some people call it Ninja Gaiden, some people call it Ninja Gaiden. So it's up to your preference, what you want to call it. This is it. And this is another game that I remember playing like non-stop. Playing this game, and this game is like super hard but super good. Like it's a really good game. Like I said, this is another one. I remember me and all my cousins would just freaking play this game non-stop.
So are those your lives? Like your life up there?
Yeah, it's your life bar.
And it's a lot.
It's your life bar, and then whatever enemy you're fighting at the time, his life bar will be under yours.
It looks like it's a one-hit kill.
Yeah. Well, most of the bad guys are, except for, of course, the bosses. They have their full life like you do, and then, but one hit takes off one little box or one little bar.
So have you beat this game, or?
I don't remember beating it when I was younger, but even now, I can get all the way to the end. to the last boss, and something always happens. I end up dying, or it's at the end. You got to play like 4. I think you got to kill like 4 bosses at the end. One of them is
Sorry guys, my phone kind of died, so I'm using my uncle's phone, so you died?
Yeah, I died.
Oh, that's so you don't remember beating this as a kid, or?
No, like I said, I got very far. I can get to the end. What I was saying was, you get to a certain point in the game, and if you're at the very end of the game, if you die while you're at the very end, it brings you back like halfway through the game.
Seriously?
Yeah, so like if you die like right now, it'll just let me play the stage over. But if you die at the very end, at the boss, you go back like halfway through the game. So you gotta like play half the game back, again. And that's man, it gets you frustrated because now you're like, you gotta play half the game again. Like right now, like I said, right now, if I were to die, I just play the stage over again. But if I die at the boss, at the end, I gotta go like halfway back into the whole game. So usually when that happens, that's it. I just turn it off. So if you get to the end, you better beat them. If you don't, you're just starting all over.
Oh.
Okay. Something like that. Like I said, if you die, it's no big deal. Even if you run out of lives, you at least get to start over on this stage. It's not too bad.
Just the final stage, then you have to like.
It's just the little ball, the ending.
What are those green guys? Are they like?
I don't know. I guess just little
They're probably just like
soldiers. I don't know what they are.
Yeah, because they don't have no weapon or anything on them.
No. And I remember this boss. To me, I always thought of him as Jason. I don't know if he was or not. I don't know why I would think he was. He probably isn't, but I don't know.
So was this boss pretty easy beat, or?
Yeah, because it don't take long. He reminded me of Jason for some reason. So when I remember playing it, I always thought that was him. I don't know why.
Jason.
Yeah, I don't know why. I just thought of him. But, so every time I would play him, I always thought like, I'm fighting Jason.
Jason's a ninja. So you've been playing this game like when you were a kid, you always play this game like every day?
We played it a lot, and as you can tell, like there's a lot of things you kind of you already know what's coming up. You already know, okay, I already know this eagle is gonna come and fly down, and at this point, so you like played it. We played it so much, we already know what's gonna happen, pretty much. What's gonna happen next. So we can actually, we fly through it pretty quick. Yeah, sometimes, of course, you die.
They ever made a new version of Ninja Gaiden?
Yeah, there's some versions on the Xbox, I think, or the original Xbox, and I know there's. I think the 360 has some versions of it, but yeah, they made some.
So what if they make a new game on PS4? Would you play it?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Is this one pretty hard, or
Nah, he's easy too.
which one's like the hardest one?
Oh, the ending.
The ending?
Yeah, because all the bosses are pretty easy. Just the ending. And this right here, this next cutscene is like one of the the music in the next cutscene is it's badass.
Don't you have a ringtone of this?
Yeah. Well, this next cutscene right here, not this one. Right here.
Dr. Smith. So this is the ringtone.
Yeah. I don't know why I remember that tone, this beat so much.
It's good. It's good. But so is he dying, the doctor?
Yeah, he's gonna die.
So is he the ninja? Is he looking for his father? Or?
Well, you gotta read the whole. Somebody killed his. Well, the story is like there's these. I don't know. I don't even want to explain. It's
It's a long.
No, it's not a long story, but it's just like it tells you the whole story as you start the game, and then these cutscenes. That's what all this stuff is. It kind of explains what's happening. But yeah, he's looking for his father pretty much right now.
Okay.
But, yeah, this is we'll do this stage, one other stage that after the next stage after this one is one of the funner stages too. It's a lot of like moving stuff, like a lot of things coming out at you, trying to kill you. So you got to be very quick on this next stage. This stage is quick. Look, I'm already done with the stage right here. It's already done.
This stage looks like a jungle.
Yeah, it was.
Welcome to the jungle.
So we got right here, and then jump off. Which this next stage is pretty fun. It's like fast paced. The music too is like really really good music. And it's a quick stage, really fast, but it's just a lot of things coming at you. And if you get like once they start getting you, man, that's it. Like it's hard to get out of it because they keep coming at you. And then they respawn, and yeah, it's a quick stage. So that's it. I'm already done with the stage. That's good, man. Ready?
All right, guys, that's it for this video. I hope you leave a like and a comment.
And if you want me to play some more games for y'all, just let Zombie Gamer know in the comments, and I have a lot more games, a lot more systems that we can play from Sega Saturn, the Sega Saturn, Sega Master System, Sega Genesis, Sega Dreamcast, Nintendo 64, Super Nintendo. So there's other games that I can play besides the Nintendo. Just let them know if y'all want them or want me to play more games.
Okay. And remember to subscribe, and peace.